Out with loved ones, family, watching some good television shows, TV series.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another electrifying edition of The Black Table. I am your host, Olamide, and as always, we intend to be incomparable, insightful, and thought-provoking. Tonight, we dive into something that's got everyone buzzing. The CBN policy that requires banks to collect social media handles from their customers. Yes, that's right. This new regulation is part of an enhanced Know Your Customer policy. The question is, what does this mean? I mean, for us, the consumers, and what's the larger implication for our privacy and financial security? As always, I won't be doing this alone, as I have with me the most esteemed gentleman you can find from any part of the world. Of course, I'm going to be starting with my right, or my left, rather. I have a man who has redefined the quality when it comes to fashion, travel, and lifestyle. We call him the rich uncle for all the right reasons.
Hello.
That's all the right reasons.
Thank you. Code something
He serves us tea non-stop, without, holding back or anything like that. Welcome, rich uncle.
I don't know how to hold back.
Hope you've... Hope you had a good week.
If I want to talk through this week, it has to be about God pass everybody.
Solid. And of course, I'm going to be introducing the man at the bar right now. We all know him as the mayor of Agungi.
The man that doesn't
The
cheat
most faithful man in Lagos. One of the best voices you'll hear on radio. A man filled with wisdom. A man so great that they had to name him Gang.
God has been good. God has been good.
Life has been kind.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And we can't complain.
We thank the Lord.
It's always a pleasure to have Gang, giving us his white nuggets from the bar over there.
telling you.
And of course,
Nuggets. But why is it that
Yes.
everything that you say always has...
I mean, nuggets now, yeah. And of course, what would the show be without its own,
Premium.
diplomat, the navigator,
Hey, now
biker,
wahala.
actor,
Hey.
MC,
Okay.
premium MC,
Nah, so,
to be
Eshe-
very
Eshe
precise.
Pupo. Well done. Thank you so much.
Everybody needs a deck
In his
their
life.
Wow.
Deck, welcome.
I don't know why. I don't know where you guys got that. Everybody needs a deck.
No, but everybody does it.
Guy, no one I don't put me for trouble for house.
No, you
So
can't.
when I talk, say everybody needs a deck.
Everybody
No,
does
but
it.
your wife has a
It's a
deck
good
at
thing
home.
now.
Straight up.
Okay.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here again. You know, last week I wasn't here because
Yes.
I
you
needed
were doing waka waka.
I needed some alone time.
And you
you
went
know.
to chop the money alone.
No. Sometimes it's not just about the money. I just needed some nature. Some waterfalls
okay.
and
You tell us more about it.
I don't know why I
I
keep doing like this,
Uh,
like nature. I don't know, just like
It's self-explanatory.
Nature, we get it. We get it. Anyways, it's a jam-packed show today. It's so much to talk about. We're going to dive in on, some of the recent news that's come through. Of course, PDD is in the news. We're definitely going to talk about him.
wow.
We have to talk about him, right? Yeah, we'll dive a bit more into that. Of course,
Fortunate, I saw
our
the
very
video.
good friend, Portable, is also in
Omola
the
Lomi.
news. Yeah, so Portable's in the news.
That's good.
And of course,
Brother
maybe, do you watch football?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sometimes, not all the time, but I'm not a fanatic, so to speak.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So,
Rich Uncle, what about you?
I used to be a football fan back then, but one night like this, Arsenal lost Champions League. Bro, I never look back.
Bro,
Okay.
so what you said is
Gang
actually...
definitely
Yes.
is a football
So
fan.
it's actually... it's
Balls,
actually one of the
sports,
things
you name
that happened to me. So it was an experience that actually
That
took
was-
my
it was life
the love
changing.
of football
Yeah.
from me. The day I saw someone, try to celebrate a goal and the person literally hit their feet on the ground and literally this toe removed.
Okay, all right. Enough of the gory story.
I'm telling
Thank you.
That was the end. For me, that was the end.
We'll
That
take
was
a
the end
quick
for me.
break now. When we return, the Black Table continues. We'll be reeling out so much.
You always take the bill. on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Thank you for that bro code. I mean, bro code is something that we should have a Bible and put out. So yeah, that was a good one. But before we get into our first quick fire for today, I want to give a big shout out to No Limit Stitches.
Come on, man.
For this fiery drip.
Come on, man.
That I'm wearing.
Come on, man.
Definitely the Wolf of Lagos tonight.
Yeah,
I'm giving
you know.
myself a title, and you know, for all the best in caftans, garments, and all of that.
But wait, let's be
you can get it
realistic.
from
Seriously,
No Limits.
we keep coming to
and
this
you can
show.
hit him up on social media.
We keep coming to
He'll
this show,
definitely hook
and
you
No
up.
Limit Stitches.
All right,
does
now
not send
back
us.
to the show. Back to the show.
Fired.
No,
Shots fired.
No Limit Stitches. They play by fast.
All right, back to the show. I want us to quickly touch.
We'll limit his stitches.
Ah, God. All right, I want us to quickly touch on the video that has been circulating recently. The PDD.
Oh, your guy.
Cassie. No, not my guy.
He's not your guy again.
He's not your guy again.
He's not,
He
this
cannot
life.
be my guy. Anyways, I mean, it's not something that we can avoid. We have to talk about it.
So funny enough,
Yeah.
while I was in the office, like an hour ago, my wife sent me the video. And the first thing I said was, like, I actually really like Diddy. I like Diddy. Like, you know that Ghetto Fabulous started from the bottom, worked his way up to the top. But I think I don't like to generalize, but black successful Americans don't seem to know how to act. Like, they don't know how to behave because you are Diddy, for Christ's sake. Like, what's that about?
Yeah.
What's that about? You can have anybody you want to know. Why you beating woman? Why?
That was really, really, really bad.
So
was really
it now
bad.
makes me, because when all of this news came out about him, I'm like, they're just trying to bring this guy down. They're trying to bring him down like Bill Cosby. But at this point now, I'm not even on defense anymore. I'm like,
Yeah, there's just too much going on
So
right
you
now.
see, when you see the likes of Diddy and the black elites in America, and you see this kind of video come out, it's very disappointing to realize that, I would have preferred to think that they just wanted to bring this guy down.
Okay.
that's my point,
Do you understand what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah, I understand.
But seeing it play out is very
Disturbing.
negative and very disturbing
It's
for me
disturbing.
because if it now feels like the likes of, pardon me, R. Kelly actually did all of the things that they said they did.
But they did. That's
All right?
why they were
No,
found
hold on.
guilty.
I'm saying that in my mind. I mean, because of how much we idolize this
You
guy,
still cut them
I would have
some
just
slack,
thought that,
exactly.
let me just give him a benefit of the
of
doubt.
doubt.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But when you see it play out and you see it live, my brother, you can't trust
I get what
anybody
you mean.
anymore,
Gang, what's your take on this? What do you think?
I'm coming from two places. Now, here's the thing.
Are you serious?
Yes. Not the way you think. For me, here's the thing. First of all,
I mean, how do you know how I think that?
you're the rich uncle. We
No,
don't
because there's nothing that comes out of your mouth that is pure. I'm coming from two places. Like,
the first place
okay.
is, a lot of people felt they're
That's
trying
the one
they're
in
trying
front.
to take Diddy down.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Do you
That's
understand?
general
But in
thinking.
all honesty, check this out. It just goes to show you that a lot of people have skeletons in their wardrobes.
Yeah, true,
that
true.
video was from 2016, almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. To show you that they've had that footage
For that long.
for that long.
waiting for the right time to drop it.
So you ask yourself, how much footage do they have on other people and other Diddy things that they choose to bring out now? The second place that I am coming from is,
Would happen
you
the front or the back?
is if you look at the kind of abuse a Cassie or other women face in their relationships that you never know.
Right.
And when they come out and say it, people don't believe them or support them because there's no video footage to prove
Exactly.
it. You'd be shocked. This is a lady that has been with him for so long,
Yeah,
had her
exactly.
own allegations, has left
Exactly.
him, has married and has had children. And now this thing surfaces. It comes up. When she took him to court, they settled almost immediately.
Yes.
Do you understand?
In
'Cause
fact,
that's
it was like a.
And someone said
it was
if-
like
if
a
you
keep
read-
quiet
Yeah.
case.
If you
It
look
was-
at-
the issue didn't come out.
The
before
documents
the,
her
before he died
documents are there to show all of the allegations and everything
Right.
are leveled against him. If you read it, you'll be shocked. But it's so heartbreaking that people that we've celebrated, we've honored, and almost worshipped, we now find out that they're not the saints we always thought they were.
Okay, so unfortunately, I think this whole thing started about 2 years ago when people started doing series of documentaries shortly after surviving R. Kelly, and names were being tossed around, and Diddy's name was tossed around about being one of the more controversial people, and he's got a lot of stuff that we're going to put out there. So gradually, when this revelation came up, I'm not a bit surprised, because there's even still more stuff that's really dark stuff, and that says a lot about people. You need to understand that if you have attained a certain level of success, certain things will come your way, but you need to be able to manage it better.
Manage it properly, yeah.
And watching that video has just
was
disappointed
heartbreaking.
me.
See, let me say something quickly. I wanted to say this earlier on, but I think it skipped my mind. You see, the relationship between Maze and Diddy was a very, very strong relationship. For me personally, I realized something was wrong when they went their separate ways. Now, that's one cycle. On the other end, when Maze gave his life, when he became religious, right? You would have expected that Maze would try to, after so many years, they're good now, they're all doing well.
Reconcile himself.
Expect him to reconcile.
Yeah.
But if you have listened to Maze speak about Diddy, you would have heard Maze say, very, 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 degrading things about Diddy. Now, someone who is that religious would not say something if they have not seen something or experienced something.
If you follow the story from Mace
Yeah.
and even Mace Cameron, the whole Bad Boy, and this is from the 90s.
Yeah.
And even with Puff Daddy's lifestyle and the parties he used to throw and all the gatherings he used to have, it makes you now see elements of truth into what a couple of people have been saying against him. It's so sad that we're going to look at another downfall of another great black man. But in all honesty, it makes you question other people as well and what they have on others. That's to be sincere. What they have on other people. Because you'll be surprised. And all of this is hotels. I remember the Jay-Z Solange elevator situation, whereby the hotel where they were already, they have this footage and they want to sell it to people.
Yes.
Hotels have this CC footage and they'll say, look at who we saw.
And look at what happened.
Exactly.
And if you notice something that's very big in the United States with celebrities are a lot of NDAs. You're going to parties, you're going to events, you sign non-disclosures, so you can't even talk or say anything about it. So gradually, the truth is coming out there, and we're getting to see people for who they are.
Okay, well, let's just hope that this is resolved as quickly as possible.
It's not going to be resolved with the amount of things.
It will be resolved
With the amount of
eventually.
things.
No, but we resolve.
He thought he's a bad boy for life.
No.
He calls himself, bad boy.
So how do you want to resolve this kind of issues?
I mean justice. I mean justice.
Really bad
because
right
it's
now.
not just Cassie.
I don't see any case in this Iman Cassie zone because he has already paid off.
Yeah.
I don't think that
I think
footage
the
can be
footage
used in
just
court.
shows us that
Yes, that
It
this is
actually
who we're
did
dealing
happen.
with.
it did happen, yes.
Exactly,
and this is who this guy is.
All right, talking about another controversial person that's coming back home to Nigeria. Portable was in the news recently.
Omolalome, aka Brotherhood.
Portable is always in the news.
Yeah, but obviously not for the right reasons. I can't
He's
remember
never in the news for the right
reasons. But this one's a bit embarrassing because he was forcibly arrested by the police over an alleged 40 million on paid debt. He apparently had an agreement with this car owner. Dealer that he was going to pay for his vehicle in installments, and of course he didn't. He didn't do that. And after several, severally trying to reach out to him, talk to him about it, ask him about, and of course no response from Portable.
So basically, he didn't live up to his commitment.
He didn't live up to his commitment, and I saw the documents, I saw the dates, how it was arranged. And, that guy kind of like put him out there to, call out for help. Like, oh, this guy is owing me money. And, it's a very funny deal because from the arrangement they have, Portable signed that the car dealer has the right to take back the car, regardless of how much he's paid, if he doesn't, meet up with his own agreement of the deal. So it's very ugly. I saw the video. And I started asking myself questions. When will Portable learn?
So the question is, first and foremost, where is the car itself?
Good
Is
question.
he still using the car? Because I think that's the car that he had an accident with.
No, that's not the car.
Well,
This
this is another one.
another one.
So where is the car? Because in all of this video, we didn't see any car. They didn't, seize the car. They arrested him. In what I would call not so professional way. It was literally dragged and all
But
of
there's
that.
no professional way to go about it now. You're owing somebody
He
money,
resisted arrest.
He resisted
They
arrest.
invited
That's
him several times.
several times. He didn't go.
So he resisted
Yeah,
arrest.
he
So he was
resisted
dragged.
He fled. Like when they came, he jumped. Papa jumped fence.
Okay, so my question is this, right? Could there have been a better way to have
No.
arrested someone who was trying to?
There's no better way to arrest.
So what? You want to call Jesus and say, Portable sorrow? Because that's all that was left.
Because to be honest with you, Portable is someone that I kind of admire some of the things that he does and the way he
The
does it.
story is very interesting.
So
And I'll tell you what.
and that's
It's very unorthodox what he does and how he does it.
Yeah.
Right. However, there's some marketing, ideas that you would be able to catch from some of the things that he does. Because apparently he's out right now and he has released a song about
Exactly,
this already.
yeah.
Now, you see, Portable in his persona literally sells a
Controversy.
certain lifestyle, which is controversy,
Yeah.
right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this was even sort of planned. I wouldn't be. Look, let me tell you
So I
something.
think you're giving him too much credit. though.
Media
Media
in Nigeria has become so crazy. My apologies for the word. But what you must understand is, I won't be surprised that
So you
was
think
just
this
a
is
buzz.
supposed to be like some
It
sort of...
could be a buzz because
media.
I did not see any uniformed policeman in that video.
So let's be clear on one
I
thing.
didn't see one uniformed
Let's
policeman.
be clear on one thing. Portable is badly behaved.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
He's badly behaved.
Absolutely.
One. Number two, let's even assume that this is a marketing scheme or marketing gimmick as it would be, which I don't believe, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that, in all honesty, and that's the thing that comes with fame, it comes at a price.
Yeah.
So Portable came off of controversy. Like, we all knew Portable because of one fight or the other that he had with
Exactly.
somebody or one
Right,
disagreement. And one way or the other, he had made his brand completely about that, which
yes.
worked to a very large
Worked
extent.
for him.
In fact,
working.
Which is still working for him.
Which is still
Absolutely.
working, if I'm going to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
However, the problem with things like that is that you tend to get carried away, thinking you can do any.
You can
and
continue
every-
doing that.
How long do you think, let me ask Gang that question, how long do you think that he can continue with the controversy and still be relevant?
Controversy sells.
No,
I've said this before on the show.
Honestly, I don't know any of his songs. So.
I've said this on the show before. Sometimes we make the wrong people famous, which is sad. And I'm not exactly a fan of his. I understand his story is blah, blah. So many people have that story. And I don't like the narrative that he pushes. He can't keep doing this for that long. I'm even surprised that with the amount of where he's coming from, for him to make that amount of money and put that into buying a vehicle and making that down payment to owe that amount, I'm like, dude, based on where you're coming from, you shouldn't be living like this.
We should give back.
Not even give back.
No, like you should be more prudent.
Yes, it should be. You
You
get
should
where
be
I'm
more
coming from?
responsible with money.
Like, if he's basing his life on controversy,
That's what it is,
People
though.
are going to catch him and be like, when you hear Portable is in the news, be like, whatever that is.
So, but
Whatever,
I
whatever.
think you guys are missing
It's
it.
not going to last that long.
No, that because you are educated and enlightened, it's target audience. They
don't
like
care.
him.
So we talk about
I really love
educated-
where
But
you
it's
went
not
to
easy.
because I
It's
was
not
about to
because-
say
but-
that
but
the
Forget his
brands that
target
would-
audience. People that are learned.
You're not impossible. Portable doesn't care about you and
But this is
I.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
He doesn't.
People that are as learned as we are and are in the industry are investing in him to exploit him and his fan base. To
Yeah,
exploit him
yeah.
and his audience.
Okay.
It will get to a point. We've seen people like him come and go.
There's
Exactly.
never been, no, but let's give Portable his flower.
Yeah, there's never been a
Yes.
There's never been a Portable.
There
There's
is
never
it.
been a Portable.
There
It's
isn't,
just
but,
one Portable.
But that's what I'm trying to say. When they're done with him, they'll look for the next riff-raff to now say, let's invest in this trenches guy.
No, please, I take
Shots
exception with you
fired
saying
at
that Portable
Portable?
is riffraff.
No, I
Come
didn't say
on
he
now.
is. I said they'll look for the next one.
Why do you think that? If you say the next, what
Next
happened to
one.
this one?
It is what it is.
So, but if we're going to be honest,
Yeah.
Portable doesn't care about your opinion.
Yes, he doesn't
Yes.
really care, right?
Yeah.
So literally,
Even with all of this, he will throw a show at Agege Stadium tomorrow and it will sell out.
So
Yes.
what
let me ask you a question, right?
And like
if
said,
you
nobody-
call this
don't even know
person
any portable song.
Yeah,
a
I
rape,
don't know any.
an RR, right? What do you? So, who would you prefer, DJ Chicken or Portable?
There's no difference between them, though.
What's that? Who's that?
Why is gang saying that? You
don't
didn't
know
have seen the way
Oh
gang
my
said.
God, you
Gang
don't know
gang
DJ
did
Chicken.
this. Gang like what? I
don't
this
know.
guy is at a Jebota.
No, who's DJ Chicken?
So DJ Chicken
Areka.
is an upcoming,
Areka.
upcoming portable. Let's just say that.
He's an upcoming.
But you know the funny thing? The funny thing is that DJ Chicken,
DJ Chicken is an Areka.
DJ Chicken has been around for a longer time actually.
no, but-
because I remember one time that someone
I'm sorry,
reached out to me.
and I used to tell myself I was a yardstick.
I know.
But the fact that I don't know who DJ Chicken is.
It's so popular, man. It's
Who's
popular.
DJ Chicken? Is it-
Areka.
popular,
You
man.
don't know Areka. You don't know Bokpa. And so you have not heard they play my fans.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God, guys,
But
you're
the
not in
level
Lagos.
upcoming portable is like you're still in the gutter there. You're still in the trenches.
So if we're going to be honest, portable is living the life.
He's living the
Yes.
life of a trenchy.
No, it's not.
That's what you
Listen,
think.
No, it's not.
He's not.
Portable went to the UK and
It doesn't matter.
he did
You're
a
right.
It
collabo
doesn't
with
matter.
Skepta.
Those things don't define you now.
Come
You guys
on.
fail to understand that
Come on.
if portable dies today, his name will forever be remembered.
Yes.
Because that guy has defied the odds.
No, just
He came
yeah.
from
anyways,
nothing.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
We're
You can-
talking about
you can-
portable on the
listen,
black table.
Do you understand?
You know, the thing
But that's
is,
what I'm
we
saying. You
can't
can
take
take
away.
you
We
can
can't
take him
take
out
away.
of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of
He
him.
doesn't want
Okay,
the
but
hood
it
to be
doesn't,
taken out of
doesn't
him.
matter. I
This
don't
guy
think.
talks
I
like
don't
my
think.
life. Why don't
My
you? Why
question.
don't
My question before we go to the next
don't like we
quick
go.
fire.
This is
Question before we go
glory.
to the next fire.
There's a
is
DJ
this.
called Chicken.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, DJ Chicken. Okay, you know what? Let's just end this and move on to the
Wow.
next quick fire. The next quick
Where
fire
have I
is it's a bit weird and funny because last week we talked about Coral BD and kids and all of that, and
Yeah,
this
okay.
next one is even worse
No.
because a man posted a obscene picture of his 4-year-old daughter on social media. And,
Cora's daughter.
Not Cora. I just made a
Of
reference.
his own
Last
kid.
week we talked about this about posting
His
The
own
man
kid.
posted
a obscene picture of his 4-year daughter.
his own kid.
Yes, on social media.
Why?
So
And
I
it
saw
was
that
so
story.
bad that
I
people,
just didn't want to look at it, so I don't know what it's about. I'd like to know what it's about.
People called him out and all of that, and it got the attention of the Nigerian police.
He was arrested.
and he's been arrested. You understand? And it's brings us back to what we talked about last week
His
about
own child.
his own child. Yeah,
God,
about
I beg.
you know what are the limits when it comes to putting our children on social media. I think we all agree that you know what social media is not for children. It's not for children. You're not supposed to put out pictures
So
or you know do
yeah, I agree
images
totally.
or
I
whatever.
agree.
of, you
So
know,
the thing
children.
is this. So I mean that also takes us to child protection in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So we need to
Thank you.
we need to understand that child protection is something that we also need to take seriously. And I must honestly give kudos to the Minister for Women Affairs. She has been up and doing. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I really don't know her before, but from the things that she does, you'll realize that these are people who are conscious about what is happening around us. Now, I would also like to appeal to her to also look into child protection, especially on social media
yeah.
for children. Now, that would include interacting with some of these social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and the likes.
Yeah.
When you see things that are not, or once you, I mean, maybe they will have bots that look after children protection. Once you see that something is inappropriate, you bring down that video immediately.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that video. Or I don't know if it was a picture or what. I didn't want to look at it. I didn't.
Exactly.
There was no
A lot of
point.
people shied
There was
away
no
from
point
looking at it.
doing that because I didn't want to know what he was doing. That's why I wanted to listen to what he actually did for those people who saw the
saw the
picture.
image.
You know, because I can't understand why.
His own child.
Why in the world you will think it's okay for you to expose your underage child,
Yeah.
a child that you, I don't even want
You
to
know,
go against it.
unfortunately for what's going on in the world generally today is that there really isn't a protection law against things like this because I feel that
In
a lot
Nigeria,
of children
no.
in
So
Nigeria,
there are
in
child
Nigeria,
protection,
laws
serious
everywhere around
child
the world, but in
protection laws
Nigeria, it
outside the
doesn't.
country.
And you know, it's really sad because a lot of people are getting away with things like that. You know, a lot of people are getting away with this. I've been told that there are child protection laws in Nigeria, but how effective are they? Are we saying, it take, the strength of the law against people who have done wrongly? There was a video that was trending a long time back, I think sometime last year, and it had to do with a young child too. This guy was doing this very annoying skit, and he was implying all sorts of rubbish, and things like that. You need to make it public enough. Punish people, let them know they can't get away.
I agree with you totally.
Apart from having child labor laws in Nigeria, there's a way social media needs to be regulated.
Not labor.
Child labor, child protection.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I notice a lot of times on the Meta platforms, when it comes to music, and let's say if you're playing a song, for example, they're quick to catch on and tell you, you cannot play it for a certain number of seconds because you don't have the rights to blah, 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 blah. All your posts, to an extent, are vetted under a matter of seconds on the web. Yeah. So when people post certain things, you should immediately be able to vet it and know that I've put up posts on IG and Twitter where I was actually blocked and told I was flagged, I was reported, my stuff was deleted. So on that note alone, they should be able to catch these things in a matter of seconds and immediately bar it.
And don't let it linger further.
Don't let it linger further. Yeah. And immediately, like they did to me, they send me and say, your post was taken down because it didn't meet, it did this. If I have problems with this, I should contact this before my account is suspended and so on. So I wonder how people will post things about children and it stays online that long.
And they even allow you to share and, it keeps going. You say, I love that you said something about Meta. Did you know that there are specific things that you tell AI to do, right, that are illegal? It will do it and delete it immediately. Did you know that?
I didn't
know.
So
take, for instance, you ask a question, for instance, that, okay, I can't remember what, okay, yeah, so I said, okay, copy some sort of book, all right? AI knew that was plagiarism, right? Yeah. I saw the result. It came out and deleted. So, it will just come out, like, you just see the page, the result, like, you see that it has given you the result, but it will delete it.
So, in other words, we've gotten to a level in technology.
So, technology has gone to a place where it can actually identify that this is wrong.
Yeah.
And we can't allow this to go on. Yeah. So it should be able to delete the stuff or flag it in such a way that you won't be able to share it.
Exactly.
Because you also have that opportunity to report pages. But before you even report the pages or report a post, it should be able to flag it and see already that this is inappropriate.
Exactly.
Because if you go on social media and if you're looking for something pornographic, it's hard to find because it's been flagged or taken to certain sites.
It's automated, yes.
Do you understand? That's why it's not all over the place. So why can't they catch this when it comes to children?
That's correct.
Generally, in my opinion, I think social media should be regulated. In Nigeria.
Now that's where we're going to now.
No, in Nigeria it should be. Because absolute power corrupts absolute.
No, but did you know the problem I have with that is the way our government functions. Do you understand? When they see such situations, they now try to use that against people.
Standard.
In the wrong ways.
But the truth is, so I think the reason why I even believe social media should be regulated is the fact that anybody can post anything as a fact, and there are people around the world that won't even bother fact checking it,
and they just pick it up.
Run with it.
Yeah,
and you can actually destroy nations like this. Like
true.
So someone can sit down somewhere and tell you, "Oh my God, there's a riot happening in so and so place." Right. You create panic.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's correct.
These things should.
And the thing is this. Okay, let's say you can't even control what people put out.
You can't.
What are the
there are repercussions for even wrongdoing.
So one thing I must say is, if I'm going to be totally honest, the Nigerian government has been doing quite well in the area of cyberbullying and cyber stalking and what have you. Yes, we all know that the government can sometimes, dash into the negative with it. However, but what you must also understand is that people are actually working. In fact, I must commend the Nigerian police as well, because the police PPRO has also gone into making sure that he responds to people by himself on Twitter, right? Now, this is understanding that these people are also, technologically advanced. They're also getting involved in social media and trying to also, reach out to people. So if you see something, say something, they respond. You know this.
Yeah.
If you see something, if you say it, they respond. That's the
I
fact.
think the part of it
Because
that
this issue we're talking about, they spoke about it. The police responded. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Kudos
if you
to
say
them,
that
though.
we should regulate social media,
I think it has to be, Baba. It has to be because
No, I think there should be a meeting in the middle somewhere.
So when you travel abroad, you realize that we have the freest internet in the world. Our internet is not regulated. You can search anything and everything on your phone. You can't do that in the Middle East.
Yeah, of course.
You can't.
okay, so those are religious concerns.
You can't even do
Those
a
are
lot of
religious
things that you do in
concerns.
Nigeria. You can't do it in the
There's
US.
some places, some sites can't even access.
You can't
Yes,
access
I
those
agree.
things.
Certain content you can never get.
Yes,
You can
I agree.
download any music on Nigeria's internet. Any.
Yeah.
You can't do it in America.
It's not possible.
It's not.
It's not
You can't
possible,
illegally download music.
Really?
Yes.
You can't.
I've never been to the US.
You can't.
I know you have been to the US.
But in Nigeria,
Reach up when you
just
take me to
just
the
do
US. Now,
like
I beg
this.
now. Go US now, I beg.
Bro. Hey, God, I beg.
I mean, we'll all go to the US.
Keep your
together.
children offline.
All right, we need to take a quick break. There's still the main topic that we're going to be talking about, and it's still tied to social media and policies. So stay tuned. It is the Black Table, the ultimate man's guide, and we'll see you shortly.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Argentina, champions of the world!
All right, welcome back. It's still the Black Table,
Yes,
and
it
we've
is.
been having some very interesting conversations, and we're
Black
moving on to the main
conversations.
topic for the evening, and that has to do with the new KYC, that's been suggested by the CBN, and that's, digging a bit deeper into how they know their customers, you and I, more. And there are a lot of questions that people are asking. There are a lot of questions that we need to put out there too. And, let's talk about it. Let's find out what this thing is all about. Now, the new regulation is part of an enhanced Know Your Customer policy. And, it's about financial security generally.
So they say.
So they say. Now, I'm not a financial expert, but I do know what social media is. And what that is, isn't that like too much?
Well,
For
so my
some-
question is this. Will the social media go over all of the data they already have, which essentially means that what then happens to our BVN, our what's it called now, the identity number and all of those, that's the NIN, and
yeah.
all those datas are with the bank already.
Exactly.
Now, the social media, what exactly does that do for anyone? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, who is to say that I would give you my exact social media account? What if I give you an account I'm not using at all?
Okay.
What if I create a special social media account just for the purpose of giving it to the bank? How do you verify? In fact, in Nigeria, do we have verification portals in our agencies? Can somebody in the police right now punch in your BVN, your
Yep.
NIN, and
Yep.
it will come
Yep.
out,
Oh,
your
yeah.
information
Yeah,
will
they
come
can.
out.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
awesome.
Definitely.
Now, if I give you the wrong social media account, how do you verify
Verify
that
that.
it's me?
So first of all, for somebody that says that I think social media should be regulated, sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I can't see the, no, but I can't see the
correlation.
sense in, like, please make it make sense. You want people's social media handle, central bank, social media handle, like, how? Like, to what end? So it's a different thing if the government, not the central bank, if the government said they wanted everyone's social media handle, that's a different conversation. Central bank. What has, well, your tweets, your posts, what has it got to do with your finance?
If we're going to be political about this,
let me quote Nasir Jones, who said, "People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer." Now, I just feel I don't want to say old people, but people that don't understand what's happening in this day and age.
Okay.
Now, in knowing your customer, you have the person's details. Like we said, they have so much data on you. They have your address. They have your NIN. They have your NIN. They have everything. They have your BVN. Here's the funny thing. They know your marital status.
Exactly.
They know whether you're a parent or not. They have so much information that they know you. Why do you want to now include social media in this? Now, here's the problem. Number one, this, to an extent, is almost free promo for social media handles.
Straight up.
You get me? You're now promoting for people to be on social media, to gather their information here and there.
Yeah, so first things first, not everyone is on social media.
Exactly. So what happens not everybody is on social media. So if you ask me now, I'll tell you I'm not on social media.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, my social media is my name, Tiengang, T-Y-E-N-G-G-A-N-G, on all platforms.
Free promo.
Feel free to follow. So that's my social media. But if my social media was that faithful man, do you understand? How do you confirm it's me? So and I can have multiple social media accounts.
And that's the question.
So, so guys, before we go any further, let's even break down the reasons behind why there's this. And there's some things I've put down.
I like that.
Let's break it down. So
because I want to know what
the first basic idea is that the official line is to prevent fraud and improve accuracy
I don't understand with social media.
Customer information.
How?
Wait now, guys, so that we can now tear into it. On the surface, it does make a bit of sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, no, I mean, like, fraud is...
So somebody stole my money.
Fraud is a massive issue, and anything, to combat it is generally a good thing. But what about privacy concerns?
Central Bank is really trying.
We also have this, like, we're talking about banks having access to your social media activity. That's a lot of personal data in one place. We're talking about, what if the data gets misused or falls into the wrong hands, data breaches, real concern. The implications go on and on. Let's consider a few scenarios. First, let's say there's a potential increased monitoring and profiling. Now they come to you. They come to Rich Uncle. Yes. They come to Rich Uncle. No, I'm just trying to. They come to Rich Uncle. Yeah.
Okay.
Rich Uncle travels a lot. So Rich Uncle proposes certain things business-wise. Rich Uncle is answered quickly. They come to Deck. They see Deck's activities, traveling and all of that. They go like, oh, this guy is well-to-do. The same thing with Gang. They check it. Now, I'm guessing, I might be wrong, that there's going to be a lot of profiling, because what that means is that they'll look at people's activities on social media and say, oh, okay, can this guy afford to do this or whatever, which is wrong, by the way.
No, but you guys don't even seem to understand that already in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Not just in Nigeria, around the world, you live in Big Brother.
Yeah.
Right? We live in Big Brother. Like, every single phone call you make, the network can trace it.
Yeah.
Where the phone call originated from, who you called, what time you called them. Like, so you're not...
So when you
drive on Third Mainland Bridge, Allen Avenue, that Allen roundabout, if you jump the street light there, you get an SMS. If your car is registered in Lagos, max 5 or 6 minutes, you get an SMS that you are owing Lagos State 20K or 25K.
Don't say less.
Really?
I paid 20,000 yesterday because my roadworthiness expired.
Oh no, if that's over.
No, it's not joke. I paid it yesterday.
That's to show you how much data
is
they
out.
already have.
They
know you. First off, do you know how many of... First, you have your national identity, NIN, those ones have it. FRSC, they have a driver's license, biometrics. Nigerian immigration, they have your passport data. The banks have your BVN. You cannot hide in this country.
Yes, exactly.
So that social media...
the telcos have your footprint. They have everything.
Which still doesn't make sense to me, because I lost my phone. I lost my phone, and then I went back in to say, okay, well, you guys, give me another SIM card. And then they go, you have to go and get a police report. You have to get this. I'm like, why? You have all I have to do is put my fingerprint
And
on
your
and
details
my
come
details pop up now.
Exactly.
So what are you taking all of that data for?
So
They're
you
not
see,
using it.
so you see, the thing is
They're not
this,
using
right?
it.
You see, you must also understand that sometimes some of these decisions are political in nature. You must understand it. However it is that you want to look at it. Because like you said, with all of these details, with all of this data that people have, why do you still want more data? The ones that you have not used it. Why are you still asking this? No, you have not used it. Now, hold on. I'm going somewhere. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going somewhere. What you must also understand is that you are collecting these details, all right? You have them with you, right? How is social media going to help you to catch somebody?
Now, let me break it down for you.
I don't understand.
Let me tell you what's happening now. It's clear that we are moving towards some kind of socialist, communist type of society.
I completely agree.
Because privacy is key to Nigerians. Once you're trying to regulate and not allow people have a private life, you are moving towards being some kind of socialist or some kind of communist, which is very dangerous. Yes, there are political agendas against this whole thing. But now here's my concern. The banking sector in Nigeria, is there a problem our social media?
The what?
Is there a problem our social media?
That's a good
Is
one.
there a problem my
That's a good
Twitter,
one.
my X,
No,
my
but
TikTok?
you know the one that scares me, that makes me laugh.
Is that what their problem is? Where are their priorities?
You have their biometrics that cannot be changed. You have my biometrics. Like, once you put your fingerprint on the fingerprint scanner in Nigeria today, it brings out all of your info.
Yeah.
But what you are now chasing is something that I can create 500 of.
Yeah.
Now here's the funny thing.
Like,
Maybe they're trying to raise their own numbers, or they're trying to trend, or they're trying to become influencers. I have no idea. But a person's personal social media has nothing to do with the government's business. We already say the things you see online are not true.
Yeah.
They're not real.
You know the annoying part.
very
Do you know the
funny one,
annoying
yeah.
part is the fact that after all of these things that they have collected, Nigerians will still come and say they want to do census. Why are you doing census when you have all
All
of
the
this
data. So
and then you will still get the
there's a
budget for the
duplication of
census.
so many things
That's
going on
because
here.
their priorities
And-
are lost.
Yes.
And these people are old people that have not decided to add youthful
You went
people
there.
to help you think about certain policies
I didn't think
when
you
you're
should go there.
creating.
You went
First of all, they had
there.
that, remember the amount they wanted to create to collect for cyber security.
Yeah.
Like that's not being funded already. Now, what else do they want to do?
So, in all honesty, I don't even think it has to do with youth, old people. And
Yeah.
it's just, for me, it just shows a lack of clear, critical thinking. Like, why
And now the system is not together.
Why in the world would
Yeah.
you say, we want your social media handle? I will create one and give you, and I'll never post anything.
I think in the US they just have social security numbers.
But do you know what's
to
so
handle
funny?
all of
Do you know
that.
what's so funny to me?
Yeah.
It's so funny to me that right now, if I was to just, I think I'm following all of you guys on social media, but if I wasn't following you guys and I just put your details online and I say, give me their social media handles, you don't have to ask me for it. You can look for it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And there's another thing. When you talk about security, why are you telling people your security means and trends when it should be under G so that they can catch you when you commit a crime? You're not trying to say for your own safety. No, don't tell us. Keep us safe on the low to catch the people that are criminals and are faulting.
So
And that
let
was-
me ask you a question. Why do you think that they want to collect cyber levies?
They're trying to justify making more money.
That's it. You got
Okay,
it.
so we finally
Guy.
finally got it.
I honestly want to sit down. I honestly want to sit down with.
They think we don't have sense. That's the problem.
I honestly want to sit down with whoever came up with this policy, whether it's the CBN governor or whoever works in CBN, and I want to have the person explain to me.
So the
why
policy
they-
hasn't kicked in.
No,
It
I
hasn't-
just,
it's not a
I just
thing
want
yet.
to
Yeah.
hear the rationale behind it. That
Yeah.
we want your social media because, like,
It doesn't make sense.
doesn't
You know, that's
make
what I
any
remember
sense.
some years ago, one time when one
doesn't.
federal government agency said they used a certain amount to open a Facebook account, which we all know to open a Facebook account is absolutely free.
And also, so for that, you can't hold them to that because they have consultants for everything.
Yes, that's what I'm
So,
saying. It's
man
so
go
easy.
chop.
It's so easy
go chop,
to
man
come
go
up
chop,
with these
yeah.
things and just put it out there and feel like we people that are rational have no sense to question it. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Here's the funny- you
but
can,
there was a
like you
time-
said, you
there
can
was a
create multiple
for me,
social media
there's-
accounts. You can create fake ones.
You can create hundreds. Like how?
And that has to do with my banking.
In all of this, there's one thing that definitely hasn't been answered. How does it improve you know, the system.
I want someone to sit down and explain it.
It doesn't.
No one has been able to
Can
put
I be
that
honest
together.
with you? Some of the people that are even in government and are in certain places, their social media is so private that you don't even know it's them. You don't have access to it. That at the end of the day, I'm like, what? Are you trying to gain more followers? I know some bankers, I don't want to mention any names. There's some people that their names and what they do online is completely opposite to who they are in real life.
Of course. And you know the
So
funny
just a
thing
breath of
about
fresh air.
it,
You're taking everything from us,
Yeah.
and now you want to take our social media.
Exactly.
Kukuma just put us in one prison. And let us,
hopefully that doesn't happen. But I mean, there's a lot that we've said, there's a lot that we've observed, and you know, there's a lot of changes that needs to come by, you know, talking more about things like this and looking for the right solutions to help, you know, give the right policies, because at this rate, we don't know what's going to happen. But we'll take a quick break. When we return, we take your social media comments and see that they might take from you. Yes, rightly said. And then we'll see how that goes. It's still the Black Table. We'll see you right after the break. All right, welcome back. It's still the Black Table, and we're going to be going through some of the social media comments that has been shared by you guys.
by the central bank.
By this social media that you might not use freely anymore because of you know, freedom of speech. But we'll start with at Saucepan. Oh, Didi is in it. So at Saucepan says Didi is in for it. This is not looking good. Yes, talking about the earlier video that we all saw that involved popular American music mogul P. Diddy, Sean Combs, assaulting his ex-girlfriend now, Cassie, and that video is from 2016.
Diddy's gone.
I mean, it's a bad one.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
Do you think he's going to be convicted?
No.
So no,
But they'll make business so hard. He will lose a lot of his assets and stuff.
He has lost. So first off, Diddy has fallen off. Let's say it exactly as it is.
Not really.
You know the funny thing, prior to all of
there's
this,
only one human being in this world that has come out with a scandal like this, and that was Chris Brown. Him and that Rihanna saga.
Yeah.
And whoever brought him out, his publicist or whoever did it.
but I have this thing I want to share with you guys, but I'll share it at the tail end of the show.
Okay.
Why a lot of people, especially a lot of Black Americans, think they're coming after Diddy. I'll share it after.
But bro, they're not coming after him. We saw him.
No,
this
like,
video
no,
now.
so the entire mentality is, oh, they're
It
trying
didn't
to
come
bring
out then.
back.
It's coming out
they're
now.
trying to bring down a
That
but-
was my mindset
Yeah.
until I saw this
No,
video.
but I'm saying that there's still more.
If you had asked me this
there's
thing,
still
if
more.
you had asked me this thing 3 hours ago, I would have said they're trying to bring him down. Bro, he brought himself down.
Okay, so let's
brought
continue
himself
on
down.
the comments that's
did.
been shared. So we have Adraton, and he says, I only wonder how Cassie is dealing with this trauma. She dealt with him for so long.
She has a lot of money.
That's
She has
a
a lot
big
of money to
question.
cope with it.
Yeah.
He paid her off now.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
paid
did
her
that. Ajaya says 50 Cent is about to have a whole year talking about this. So
Bro.
50 Cent
He has already started
amplified
trolling.
this. He's been trolling
He has
Diddy.
already started
I mean,
trolling.
from day one
50 Cent
over
trolled
this.
everybody.
Yeah, but he's been very particular about Diddy. Then we have Atfayo. I don't think there's any Nigerian artist that is as chaotic as Portable. Yes, we agree with you on that.
Let's
Portable, the brand itself is chaos. So, you know, it's really, really thriving with that. Then we have at SciGov, education is truly not a scam. Double
is not.
Sci. I don't get. Education is truly not
If
a
I'm
scam.
talking about
Or
Portable.
still on Portable. Well, it's got street education, so that should count for something. Then we have at Ratata.
Ratata.
So, as Ratata says, why not Portable be in debt when he has multiple wives? Oh, why won't Portable be in debt when he has multiple wives? So, yes, we didn't really touch base on that, but I don't think
it has
that's one of
nothing
the
to do with
reasons
it.
why.
It doesn't justify the fact.
I mean, the man.
But truth be told, so many people, it's not just Portable,
Yeah.
so many people are in that kind of debt and they haven't been exposed like this.
Yeah,
People buy
yeah.
certain things and make down payments and don't fulfill the repayment at the end of the day. And you know, Portable himself was already talking about the vehicle and the reasons why he didn't
correct.
pay back. But you know, you paid that much, so I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, guy.
Yeah, he talked about how the vehicle was faulty and all of that.
Yeah,
but
after you enjoyed it.
That's why he didn't pay.
yeah, that's why he didn't pay. So we have at Justin 888. And Justin says the daughter should be examined for genital molestation. That's talking about the
guy that
man
posted the
put out
obscene pictures.
obscene pictures of his daughter.
That guy should be
They
thrown
should even
in jail.
confirm if he's really the father.
No, but
That's
guy-
the one.
He is the father.
The guy should be thrown
He's
in
the father.
jail and the key should be thrown
And
away.
you know the sad thing for me when I really think about it, I think people are so desperate to be famous that they're just doing whatever it takes to put it
I
out
don't
there.
think he's desperate to be famous. If he can do this to his own child, imagine what he has done to other people's
Other
kids.
people.
Man, let's
No,
not
I
even
think
go
no,
there.
I won't.
Let's not even
I
go
think I
there.
understand where he's coming from because you see, the truth is, a lot of Nigerians don't understand the thin line between fame and crossing the line.
Yeah.
You understand? So to him, this is my daughter. I can do anything. But what he doesn't understand is that I can do anything to a child has a very,
Exactly.
But I have one
serious line.
Exactly,
One
yeah.
question.
to cross.
One question.
Yeah.
If CBN had his social media, what would they have been able to do in this kind of
They will
situation?
block his account so he won't have money.
What would they do?
Okay.
Yeah, what is the problem with CBN?
You're trying to create policies that you really don't know how you're going to handle it. So you have his social media, you put up his daughter there. Are you going to block his?
Uncle Cardoso, I know
He's
they
going to block his
do.
Are you
account.
going to block his bank
I
accounts?
know they do.
You'll be doing things like you don't have sense. Like
Uncle Cardoso, I know they do.
Our next comment from social media is from @Nasi, and Nasi says they should arrest the cameraman and club owners. A bit lost. The cameraman and club owners.
for
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost too.
Private message from the
Cameraman.
wrong show.
Yeah. Oh, is it the cameraman behind?
This one can be
They should arrest him. They should carry him away.
but there's no club owner here now. I mean, Femi, you
No,
own club.
there's no club owners here. There's no club. So that's a bit lost at Nancy. If you can still send in another message, send so we can understand you better. At Iki says, sadly, good child protection services to tackle things like this.
No, they
the
are.
parents need serious rehabilitation.
They are.
In this
Listen,
country,
in
I'm not
Lagos,
going to
yeah,
lie
they
to
are.
you. There are great child protection agencies in Nigeria. If you want to try them and test them,
Bro,
you're on your own.
they are.
They will deal
Because
with
there
you.
was one time, I think it was like 2 years ago, I remember there was a guy that was beating a girl on the other street. Because my house is like really, really high. I could look into the
Now we know your house is high.
Come on there. So and like it was painful to watch, right? And I remember posting it on my stories that I beg anybody with no child services, let me know, bro. One of Governor's SSA called me. Like they got that guy arrested, and they got him arrested, and they took him to court. They got him arrested, took him to court. I think his mother even died because she was sitting there. She died later on. She was sitting there watching the whole thing happen, and it was then that I realized that these Lagos people, they won't walk, then they won't go.
Let me tell you something.
If they won't walk, then they walk.
There are laws in this country.
They
If you
are.
think that there are no laws,
Just break one.
then you would
You
just
will find
try.
out.
Then
You will
you
find
will
out.
You will find
realize
out.
that there are laws
True that.
in this country.
You F
Now,
around and
the
find
next
out.
comment
That's
we
the
have
thing.
here is from Kleenex, and Kleenex says, "You guys have said it all. It's pointless because people can't create fake social media handles. Come on, come on.
I would even
Like,
create
people
one
can
called
create it.
just for CBN.
Yeah, just for CBN.
Just for
Abi.
CBN.
You name it just for
At
CBN.
just for CBN.
And then the
Since
next
no one
one we
wants to
have
be
here,
stupid.
we have at Bamboo Bambi. At Bamboo Bambi. Okay. And this goes like this. Is Nigeria getting better or falling apart?
Both.
Because I'm confused with all these policies that are useless. Well, your comments, we've put it out there. And then we have Mimi Day. Mimi Day says the government keeps focusing on
The wrong thing.
wrong things, I guess. That's from Mimi Day. We have 2 more to take, and then we can,
Wrap it up.
give, just the tip. So I'm thinking the man who traveled to Lisha will do that for us.
Oh,
The
definitely.
tip master.
Because he must have brought back some things.
Teach us how to go international and please the
The
foreigners.
navigator will do that. And then we have at Xavier 890. What about the lower class who doesn't own a browsing phone? Talk less of having a social media account. Now, that's still talking about the proposed banking
Do you know,
policy to
thank you
add
for even
social
mentioning
media,
that.
know.
Because if you look at the percentage of Nigerians who are
Yeah.
online, who are
Yeah.
on social media,
Those
compared to
percent.
those who are not,
Yeah.
why is their focus on that? Are they trying to make it a requirement
yeah.
for people to open accounts?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, there's more than 50% of people that
Way
have bank
more than
accounts.
that.
Way more than that. I'm
that,
just giving you
yeah.
the minimum number that are not on social media. So what about them? What are you trying to check?
How many
You're targeting one or two people
How
and
many
putting us...
functional smartphones do you even have in Nigeria?
Exactly.
Yeah. And our final social media comment today is from Daisy, and it's very simple. There are 4 letters. This country is finished.
It's not.
It's not. But that's from Daisy.
Well, I don't know what country she's talking about.
It's not this country, right?
Not this country.
It can't be this country.
As long as we're here, it will not be finished.
Exactly.
No, but the truth is, Nigeria is not finished. Nigeria can't be finished.
Never.
You see, the thing is,
the guy.
no,
you
no,
guys
it's
got
the truth.
The green thing
no,
going on.
You see, no, you must
Green, white,
understand that
green.
it can't be
See,
finished, and I'll tell you why.
My
The
blood
country,
is green.
see, let me tell you something. This
Nigeria
country,
can never be finished.
this country can change overnight, literally. All we need to
Please
do
don't say
is
can, say will.
we ourselves, not just the government.
We are the
you see,
change that it's
you see,
needed.
all my life we have always blamed the government.
God bless you,
We
bro.
ourselves need to change our mentality,
Jack,
our
look
orientation.
into that camera, look into your camera and say, vote for me 20,
You know,
20%
I already
or
said
something.
the diplomat, the navigator.
Say it. I'm with you. You have my votes.
All right, so we use this as our, you know.
Our tip.
You know what? Let me
Just
just give you
our
the
tip.
tip.
Yeah, just
See
a
what
tip.
you must look. Bring the camera closer.
Look at him in
Come
the eye.
close.
Focus.
You
Focus.
must understand that you are the future of Nigeria. Whatever it is that you do to your children also speaks volume of the future. So please do right. God bless you.
It's a very,
And then vote for me in 2020. Come here.
this is a very, very educated and enlightened episode.
I'm telling you. Deck
No
once
bad
said,
blood, not everybody just.
Deck once said,
This is a matured edition of the Black Thing.
I'm telling you.
May we have more of this. Hopefully.
All right,
Portable
gentlemen.
conference.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you all here tonight. I mean, what can I say? But, you know, thank you. Let's see how the night plays out, yeah?
You already know.
We're in your hands.
Uncle God, don't show anything God said.
We're in rich uncle's hands.
Anything
Rich
God
uncle,
said.
we're in your hands.
Uncle God, don't show anything
Yes.
God said.
Yeah.
Said it's not
Okay.
us.
These bad decisions will not make themselves.
That's another
Let's
rich
go.
uncle, that's another tip.
All
Another
right,
tip.
thank you very much.
I don't need
Until
help.
next week, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything nasty. And
If you like
hopefully,
nasty.
Arsenal wins the Premiership. All right, let's have a good
Come
night.
on, you Gunners!
Come on, you guys.
Come on, you Gunners!
I don't understand.
Why are they making
Are they in
noise?
contention for the
Come on, you Gunners!
Gunner.
What
Yeah,
you
sure.
talking about, bro?
What are you talking about?
What you talking about,
All
bro?
right, good night, guys. Good night.
Come on, you Gunners!
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beat and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.